Hello to myself and everybody else. This is video 9. So far today, I'm just going to practice drawing some armature again because I've just kind of been busy with a bunch of other stuff, and I really want to get the armature like down before I move to the next step, because the next step, from what I glanced at, basically involves continuing armature but just drawing like in a motion, where if they're like doing something to try to continue that motion and draw all of that out. So I at least want to be able to get the original like pose and stuff down and be able to do that kind of consistently before I just move on to the next part. So with this, I'm going to just practice drawing like 3 images twice and just see how I do. Because I go ahead and start with this image, because so far from what I've been doing, I feel like I can get a decent I can get the decent form of the image and stuff down, but there are like a few areas where I do feel like I can absolutely like continue to just try and get better at some of this stuff. Yeah, it does get like just sounds hard to like talk and just do this at the same time, but it's just certain things where I feel like, oh yeah, I could get better at doing some of this stuff, because sorry, I'm just like trying to draw and just like get this down, just trying to talk at the same time, just like messing up a bit. Plus, when I'm filming this, I'm like doing it kind of late just because I was like doing some other stuff. But yeah, like drawing this, I feel like I can get some of this down. It's just the main problem I kind of have is like certain details. Because like specifically the areas I want to work on a lot with this is in the hips right here. Because when they're like turned to the side, I have like a really hard time just trying to like draw it at an angle that makes it, looks correct. Because just trying to draw the hips, I'll draw me like too long or like at a weird angle or something like that. Specifically when like the thigh, like, or the leg in the front is blocking the other one, then I just have like a hard time doing that. But I think I have like a decent idea of how to kind of do that. So I'm just gonna try drawing this one again just to see if I can just do it again. Yeah, that's not correct. I'll try it again. Yeah, I'm just recording this pretty late, so I guess I'm kind of like messing up a little bit on some like steadiness and stuff for this. But I just wanted to try to get like some practice in and record this when I could, because later on I'm gonna be like really busy. So I just want to make sure I just have these practiced and like at least recorded, so I at least know what areas I need to work on more. Yeah, just see what I can do here. for this. Just little things. I'm just like, just again, just being a bit tired doing it, just messing up in like some little areas. But yeah, because doing this, I at least feel like I can get the form down for this. Because again, it's not perfect, at least to me. Because I'm probably being a bit too harsh on myself, but at the very least, I can get like the form and stuff of it down to where the pose and stuff looks similar, and I can at least get close-ish to how it's supposed to look. It just, I still do to myself say I have a problem with like proportions, where I do definitely need to work on that. But beyond that, I at least say I can still get like the feel for the form. So that is something I'm at least just perfectly fine with. Let me go and get the next image real quick. Okay, so this is the next image and stuff right here. As you can see, just like I just found a bunch of images and stuff to it, just like various poses, instead of just having people just standing up straight and normal. Like, I at least want to just like see if I can just try something a bit more complicated and see if I can at least get something partially down. Because just working with this and everything too, it's just like little things I've just like figured out that, like, where I've truly had problems with. Because I especially say it's a matter of just like doing things like that leg looks terrible. Just little areas where I have trouble and stuff with is definitely when it comes down to drawing like knees or like bends and stuff like that too. Also straight lines, because God, this is not like, looks bad. Definitely a thing of, if you're ever practicing this, just be careful drawing just when you're tired late at night, because you will probably just mess up a little bit. It's like the same way with programming and everything. If you just try to like do that late at night, you're guaranteed to mess up. Then just come back the next day and just go like, what was I doing? Yeah, because with this one, like, I can get the form and stuff down. It just, to me, it kind of looks weird drawing it. Because if I didn't have like the picture next to it, you probably look at this and go like, what is he doing? So I just usually look at this like, if I just add like lines or whatever here, just to kind of make it look like he's swinging his leg or something like that. Just something. Just trying to indicate movement is definitely something to work on. Or like sometimes I'll just like do this. Just something random like that, just to like remind myself, if I ever just come back and look at this, what was I drawing? If I somehow lose that picture, I at least have some idea of, oh, okay, dude kicking his leg up, rather than just, no context trying to figure this out. Just draw it one more time just to see if I can do it again. Just looking at how the body and stuff is, I definitely feel like I kind of messed that up a bit, but because it's definitely, when it comes down to like depth, that's a totally another thing I gotta work on and stuff as well, because like my depth is like terrible. Yeah, because just same thing where I'm just like looking at the two, because with this one I definitely like the leg length. I absolutely just like changed that entirely. But so far, again, at least like the form and everything and stuff is consistent. It's just like leg length and arm length. Well, the arms actually have kind of consistent here, but it's really the like proportions where I just feel like I'm messed up on. But at the very least, probably just being like a bit too hard on myself, because it does at least have the form and look of like what he's doing. So I can at least get like the form and embodiment of that. And I at least say like just like at least depth a little bit, like at least with the arm and just like adding space, at least figure that out and just learn how to do that. But just do one more picture real quick. Alright, so for this image right here, this is an image I've tried drawing and I legit have had problems with it, because specifically I can never like draw where the head to the body and stuff is right. And specifically, this is where I learned of a big problem I normally have, like when it comes down to the like leg in the front and then trying to draw the one in the back. And it's not a matter of like depth, it's just like drawing the hips, like the direction of that, because that normally messes me up a lot. Just trying to figure out, do I draw the hips like this, how long do I make it? Do I make it like thin like that? Or do I make it like super long? Like, those are the things that just like normally just get me and all that. But I've been practicing at least like a little bit, and it feels like I can kind of figure out what to do. I definitely would need more practice, but at least I can like see what areas I need more work on at the very least. Yeah, because like right here, it's like with the hips, I'm trying to like, because it always takes me a second to like figure out like exactly how do I do it. Because looking at it, I think it would be something like this. And then at most I just have the leg in the front. Then the one in the back. Then try the shoulders out. Yeah, because like running images and stuff like this one is definitely one where I realize that like I do have a hard time just trying to draw, because definitely with this, the legs not anywhere close to similar to this. I just have to like try to, because the back leg I probably should have brought back up and back further, and the lean of it, because specifically like with the shoulders and stuff too, it looks more like at a not correct angle as well. So I just need to work on that more. Just try again to see if I can just learn from my mistake here. because it definitely starts with the position of the body. And the hips, and just try to get as close as possible. This time the back leg, actually just get that out more. And then try the shoulders this time to see if I can like, at least comparing the two, it's still sloppy. Because I am, like, again, I just kind of blame it on doing this late at night and everything. But at the very least, if I had to say, it looks at least more like they're running compared to, well, actually looking at both of them, this one looks like it's more like kind of a starting position, sort of like they're starting to run, and then this one they're actually picking up speed. So it looks close-ish, but it's definitely a thing I would still like to work on more, to be able to, like, get closer to all that. But let me hold on for a second. Yeah, but so far, just looking at all these, it's just a matter of, again, I still say my proportions I would have to work on. I'm just trying, just really quick, just rough sketches and all that. But at the very least, I can say, looking at them, you can at least tell what they're doing, sort of. Because with this, like I said, just like looking up in that direction, basically which leg's in front, which leg's in the back. Same thing with this one, basically person kicking their leg up and everything. I say at least adding the little details like the movement lines in the ball, at least gives it more indication the person's like kicking their leg, compared to this one where it looks like somebody just kind of like balancing themselves and just sticking a leg up. So just like the little details for that, just, I guess if I ever do something with, well, I'm gonna have to, the next part involving motion, that's definitely a thing where it will definitely probably help more to be able to indicate what the person's doing rather than just, you know, a stationary pose. And then the running one, having these two together, feel like it adds more emphasis to what's going on. But just singular, this one, looking at it, probably be hard to tell what's happening compared to this, where it does look like they're running. So I at least know, based on this, I at least say getting the form, I've gotten better on that. But proportions, I still feel like I definitely need to work on it. But I at least still feel okay with these. Just definitely proportion, work on that. Being able to tell which leg's in front and the back, I've at least gotten better at doing that. So that's something I'll at least kind of check off the list there. But yeah, just from these sample images, just for practice, I say that eventually probably like practice one more time, maybe not on video, just practice one more time and everything, and just next time I'll try to move forward and just move on to the motion part. But yeah, just for practice and all that, say I did pretty good. No areas I need to work on. And see everybody in the next video.